gladly be left out.
I just want to know if it like makes me
And what do
feel.
you think, Colin?
Because there's a lot of times where like I'm talking, but I also want to like shift in my seat, and every
Yeah.
time I do,
Kind of want to like do one of these.
It is annoying for me to have to do this. That was very graceful.
a lot of shiftations happening. Welcome back. Negative.
We're in there.
We're in there. Episode.
20.
Hold on. Wait.
Is this episode? Is this Big 2-0?
I think it's
This
20.
is Big 2-0.
This is Big 2.
Wow.
We've hit the Big 2-0. Two full tens worth of episodes.
And now we hold our mics like this.
Well, some of us do.
We're big time now.
We're testing the waters. We're trying to see what works. I'm also like, is this too close? Is it too far? Too close? Too
yeah,
far?
just keep doing that. That's
Yeah.
good.
Maybe
Yeah.
I'll do this, and whoever's listening gets to be sound blasted by my voice.
And whoever's watching gets a special treat.
Close your eyes.
Yeah,
Yes.
have you guys ever dated anyone before?
We always, whenever we start these episodes, we always have like an idea of sort of what we're like trying to get into, and we try to find ways to like smoothly segue
I think I nailed it. You guys just ruined it.
into those things. Sometimes they work out. Sometimes
I was no. Tell me if you've dated someone before.
Oh, okay. I wasn't
answer
sure
the
if that was, like,
question.
rhetorical.
Yeah. No, you're married, but let me know.
No, have I dated before?
Yeah,
My
yeah,
dating
yeah.
experience.
I don't think JJ and Nikki dated.
Yeah, I don't think so. Either.
my dating experience was precisely three times.
Nice. And
Three
then
times.
you found one.
And then I decided on the third time I was like, I should just stick with this one.
Yeah, I'm done with this, dude.
Yeah.
How about you, John? Have you dated before?
Yeah, let me count.
Like 2 girls.
Yeah, like a couple times.
I was driving into work and I was listening to the radio, and they were having people call in and tell them they're dating red flags. And I don't mean like, oh, if they're not loyal, or like, oh, if they're not kind to people. I mean like the weird ones, right? And it was so interesting to me that I made a little list.
Okay.
And I'll ask you guys yours, but I want you to understand the context of
Okay.
what we're going with here.
Just to make sure, these are like from past relationships.
These are real people
Okay.
who had these situations come up with mostly.
Oh, these aren't yours
Is
specific.
it,
No,
is it
no.
kind of like they solved this on like a first date, or
either like while they were
Over
dating,
time.
it was a reason they broke up with them, and it was mostly women saying this about men.
Okay.
So I think it's something we can
That's par for the
all
course.
learn from. So the first one was when guys use a straw to drink.
that's an ick?
That's a deal breaker.
I use a straw to drink.
That's pretty stupid. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, I only use a straw to drink if it's in like a to-go cup and I'm already going somewhere. Normally, I do, but I don't do it to please women. I just do it because that's how I was raised to do it. That's what my dad always did, so that's what I do.
Yeah,
I just if I'm at a restaurant, it's just
I'm projecting masculine right now. I take my straw and I throw it out the nearest window.
you like that.
I don't care about those turtles at all.
I've never sucked one time before.
So yeah, that's I don't know. Do you guys are you straw boys?
100%.
Yeah.
I love a good straw. I'm sucking it down.
Even if it's like a glass like this and it's filled with like soda, and you put the straw in there.
Yeah,
and
I'm not putting my lips to the glass.
That's a
Yeah.
fair argument. That's a fair.
knows where that
argument.
glass is
Yeah,
going?
that's true.
I think it depends. There's certain situations where like this, like I'm 100% just going to sip it out the
Yeah,
side,
yeah.
whatever. If it's a potential to have a lid on it,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
it's like, yeah, use a fucking
The
straw.
lid, yeah. If there's a lid, then yeah. But if I have the option, like if I'm at like Five Guys, and I'm getting a drink out of the fountain, I'm not stopping and getting a lid and a straw. I'm just
getting a
drinking
lid and a
straight.
straw.
I'm just getting straight from the paper.
Then
I
you
think-
can't, you can't carry it around.
I could carry it around in the restaurant, and then when I get ready to leave, I refill it and then put a lid on top and a straw.
So your lid is a to-go option only,
Yeah.
is what you're
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
So you're still using a straw, just in secrecy.
in secrecy, yeah, where nobody can see me. No, I'm not like abashed at using a straw. I don't care. It's just how I do it.
I can't believe you beta cucks use a straw.
This is just how I was. This is just like I saw my dad do this, and I was like, "All right, that's what I
That's
do."
how it goes.
So
Have you asked Jenny if she's more attracted to you because you don't use a straw?
I haven't. but I have in several of these. I haven't told her any of these actually yet. But
I was gonna say, in addition to the straw thing, is that like I feel like it does depend wholly on how you grew up using like cups and stuff like that. Because I was a clumsy motherfucker like my whole life.
very not. Okay.
I used to spill a lot of
And
things
I
too.
spilled shit all the time. That's like the biggest reason why I always try to have either a can or something that has a top cover for the most part on my desk, is because I will just spill. Literally last week, I took a protein shake out of my fridge, the little screw off top, right? Put that on my desk and was like, all right, working. Oh, I'm going to grab my protein, take a sip of it. Slap. It spills like half the bottle of this chocolate Fairlife protein shake all over my desk. It covered and soaked my entire little work notebook that I write all my notes in. It's finally dried now and I still use it. Because
Hooray.
I don't want to use anything.
It smells of chocolate.
It smells like chocolate Fairlife. And this was like a week ago. So it's like, if I can have a lid on it to prevent a mess I know I'm going to make eventually, I want a lid on it.
My parents still tell the story. We were just like chilling in our living room watching TV as a family. And I was 21. This is when I lived with them right before we moved into our apartment. And I had like a glass of beer to the side. And my mom had a thing of wine on the table.
a bottle or a cup?
A cup of wine.
Okay.
I knock the beer over on accident. And I'm like, oh, darn. Like, I need to go clean it up. I get up, knock the wine over. And my mom's like, what is wrong with you? Like, stop.
Dude, I haven't had this issue. I don't knock shit over that
I do
much,
all the
but
time.
You
Like,
guys need to exercise some control.
You
Like,
don't understand. There's an aura of clumsiness that comes with being our type of people.
I
all
guess,
right?
dude. I don't know. I think you guys are just like, you realize that you're really parched in that moment. You're you need a drink. Like,
I think
gotta get it.
It doesn't help that I feel like I just have longer limbs in general.
Oh, true.
And like
Yeah.
trying to control all this is not an easy
True.
feat.
I have.
all right?
I guess I have shorter limbs. I can control my limbs better.
We should take a survey. If you have shorter limbs than 65 centimeters,
What's
then
your short limb to clumsy ratio?
this segment's going to give me anxiety for my next first date.
Well, now you know what not to do.
Because now I'm going to be like, man, I can't use a straw. Oh
my God.
And I'm sure there's more of these.
No, yeah, you can bring it up as a fun point to talk to your date and be like, "Can you believe this stuff?" And then she'll tell you.
Are you more or less attracting me for using a straw right now? Honest feedback. Like,
And
like
then
what do you
she's
think?
like laughs and she's like, "What are you talking about?" And you're like, "Well, I heard on the radio." And then you go into it, but you don't give her examples. You let her provide examples because then she'll tell you what her icks are, and then you know.
That's the trick.
Yeah. Anyways,
John's not going to remember any of that.
I haven't dated in 9 years. So maybe not listen to me.
Yeah.
So the next one, this is actually one I identify with, and I know it's weird, is certain shoe brands. If you see certain shoe brands, like I think the example, the girl who called in said, if she sees someone wearing Pumas or Crocs, she is not interested.
Crocs, I can understand.
Yeah, she wants nothing. For
What
me,
is
and
wrong
I know, again, I know it's really weird, but if I see someone wearing Converse, I am so unattracted to them. I am so unattracted.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe that makes sense. I can kind of.
I don't know why. I don't have a reason. It's just in my head. I'm gross.
Hokas have to be S tier of attractiveness, though.
Hokas, they're so thick, but like they give you height, you know. So and they're comfortable. They're very.
That's what I'm wearing. That's what I'm rocking.
I think I'm trying to think if she gave any other example. I know Crocs and Pumas.
Crocs I can understand. Crocs seem like, if you're like dating, it's like pretty low effort to just wear Crocs out.
That's fair.
This is maybe in line with this, but it's like a sense of style and how
guess,
to use it. Because if you are going on a first date with somebody and it's like, let's say you have prefaced that it's like, we're going on a nice date. Like, let's say we're going to a nice restaurant. Don't show up in your Converses.
No.
Don't show up in your sneakers. Like, wear something nice and like fitting for the occasion, because I don't care if you wear it when it's appropriate. Like if you're wearing Crocs like the beach.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, fine. Go for it. But like, you're not going to wear Crocs to like a fine dining restaurant.
Yeah.
Like that's just not
No, I think mine extends farther than dating. If I see Converse in any situation, I don't like you.
at the skate park. Just
Not a fan.
I can see a person, like a woman in the distance, and be like, wow, she's really pretty. Oh, I like her outfit. And then look at her shoes and their Converse and like, kill yourself. Like, that's not
That intense.
I don't. I have such intense hatred for it. I don't know where it comes from. This is the only one I identified.
We're
with.
never getting a
I
Converse
know it's
sponsorship.
weird,
We're
so
not getting anywhere close.
What about if they're wearing Shrocks?
That's a winner in my book, dude.
Shrocks?
The Shrocks.
The Shrocks.
The Shrek.
The Shrek Crocs.
Yeah, dude. That,
Yeah.
The one with the ears.
Oh yeah, dude. That's a winner.
Yeah.
So
No, I think that's fair. That's fair.
I know it's weird. It's one of my weird things, and I actually like regularly don't tell people about it because I know it's weird. But now it's for the whole internet. to
Yeah.
say.
All the internet and our 22 subscribers
Yeah.
get to
I used
say.
to have a thing in high school for girls wearing Converse.
You liked it?
Whoa.
I know. So you're on the opposite end of the spectrum. I know that
inverse.
that's a thing too. I mean,
Now I'm like an adult, and it's like
I have certain types of shoes that I find attractive too, like on a girl. But it's more, I think it's more like heels,
Yeah.
boots, and
Clogs.
that kind of thing. Clogs,
Yeah,
dude?
full wooden clogs.
Count me in. If I hear those bad boys clunking down the hallway, I am ready.
It better sound like a horse walking towards me.
Yeah. So yeah, that's that one.
Okay.
When their favorite movie is Pulp Fiction.
I've never seen Pulp Fiction.
Okay, well, we got to get John to watch Pulp.
I haven't seen the whole thing. I've seen bits and pieces. I haven't seen the whole thing. But she did call in and she was like, "That's such like a normie answer, and you can't say that blah blah blah."
Wow.
Like,
Answer.
I feel
you
like
shouldn't-
Princess Bride would be like the normie answer. Like
Princess
something.
Bride's a good one though. Like I think you have taste if you like.
Yeah.
Princess Bride.
But everybody says that though.
Jenny had not seen Princess Bride until I showed it to her.
I haven't seen it either.
It's been years,
You haven't
probably.
seen- I kept on quoting like, "My name is Inigo Montoya."
I know the quote.
Well,
I
I
just
said
haven't
that, and
John
she,
just clapping, just
she
like,
just
yeah.
didn't know. Like she was just like not aware, and I was like, I need to show you where this is from. And then like same thing with I was talking to. We had all I'm going to say is we had a wedding this past weekend, and the what do they call it? Not the. I'm going to say the magistrate. That's not it. It's not what he.
Oh, the minister?
The minister.
Yeah.
I asked him if he had done any other weddings, and he said they've done one where it was like the Princess Bride. They wanted it recited like the Princess Bride. But he's like, marriage. Marriage is what brings us together today. I was like, why would they want that? I think that's taking it a little far on that one.
Very, very high on the thematic there.
Yeah, so there's definitely it's kind of in that vein of Monty Python for me. Like it's that old kind of funny thing, but it is more serious than Monty Python. But I think it's still something that everybody should see and know.
I feel like Pulp Fiction though is one of those where it's like it's fine. Like you're probably on
like-
the basic side if that's your peak cinema, right? Like that's like this is my magnum opus
Yeah.
is Pulp Fiction.
Yeah,
It's,
that's fair.
it's like basic leaning hipster or like
Yeah.
trying
Yeah.
to be cool. It's like how Catan is for board games, you know?
Yeah. If your favorite board game is Catan,
Yeah.
you're in the same vein
You
of
can
my
X
favorite
out of this
film.
podcast right now.
It's like okay, you play board games, but you're not like at a certain level. Like
Yeah.
you're playing Catan.
You ain't deep in it like I am.
So it sounds
ain't
like you
know.
both completely agree with this
You
sentiment.
ain't know. You ain't never played Twilight Imperium.
I think there's other more basic answers. Like if I'm dating someone and they say my favorite movie's like Forrest Gump,
I
I'm
was
like,
literally thinking of Forrest Gump. Like Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah.
That's another one.
Okay, here's the thing though, is that if they're self-recognizing and they like preface like I know it's like a cheesy answer, but like my favorite film is Forrest Gump.
And if they
It's
have
like,
give me
reason.
5 reasons.
Okay.
Yeah, of reason.
yeah,
like
yeah,
a good
yeah.
reason.
Yeah, give me some substance to that and not just be like, oh, it's just because it's a good film. It's like, yeah, duh.
My mom talked like him. That's why. That would make you feel pretty bad. In the moment.
Life is like a box of chocolate. My Forrest Gump impression is dog awful.
You have better impressions, that's for sure.
Working on it.
Yeah. I think this is actually not that uncommon, but a girl said playing golf. Because
I've been thinking about picking up golf.
I think that it's something that like guys in their like late 20s, early to mid 30s, they get into and they get so obsessed and it takes up their whole life and it's like a money sink and a time sink.
I
and they
do
all think
think-
they're insane at it.
I do think it's a very convenient way to get away from the person you're dating.
And you can drink on the course.
Like the activity is the whole day,
Yeah,
and you can
yeah.
like be not with the other person.
I will say golf is one of those sports that I feel like is one of the lamer sports to like or be a part of, just because like the amount of equipment you need to play golf to begin with, the amount of space golf takes up is insane, right? Like all the fucking golf courses that are out there taking up acres and acres of land just so a couple of dudes in white polos can go smack plastic balls and lose
Dude,
them in a lake.
Why is there a dress code for golf?
There's a
by the
dress
way?
Gotta have a
code for
collared
golf.
shirt.
Yeah.
There's like a weird poshness to it
Yeah.
that I feel like, you know, is permeates, you know, like it's just very like rich bougie-ness.
It is.
And I there are people out there that make golf content that don't do that as much.
Yeah.
And at that point, I'm like, okay, it's a little more attractive to me. Like that's more fun. But then like there are people that are like, oh, you have to dress a certain way. You have to act a certain way. And I'm like,
I didn't realize there's gonna be like a hidden capitalist message in what you were saying, JJ.
there is a hidden capitalist. There's not even, it's not hidden. I'm trying to high key this, right? Like golf is for the rich assholes,
Anti-capitalist, message.
right? Like
I do think the impression for me is you have more money if you're playing golf because it's so expensive to get into.
Yeah.
Get all the clubs. And also you have to pay to reserve tee time and you have to pay to use the course. And some places they make you pay for parking.
Yeah.
Like it's and then if you need, I don't know.
you need a caddy.
If you need it. Yeah. I don't know enough about golf to say if you need a golf cart or anything
Yeah.
like that, you know? So yeah, it's kind of a lazy sport.
it is kind of crazy. But at the same time, it's like you can't. If people like it, like sure,
Yeah.
whatever.
If
like, it's
you
not
like
hurting
it, that's
anyone.
your thing.
But-
You're
What,
wrong.
what about
but-
tennis players? I bet tennis players.
Tennis players, I don't think are bad.
See,
I
given
think
that we're all
leagues-
tennis players, it is, yeah. But I also
We're leagues above golf.
I think people who aren't very involved in sports, they do lump tennis and golf together, kind of in its own.
As like rich white people
I
sports.
blame
Yeah.
Wimbledon for that one.
Yeah, the tournament's literally called Wimbledon.
Yeah,
like what a
like,
posh
come on.
name.
I mean, there is a lot of money in tennis too, but I think tennis is way more active, and the barrier for entry is way lower. So
Yeah. I
I,
mean, you
I
could
also
play-
think it's no, I don't want to say that. I think it is a hard sport because everybody thinks that you can just go on the court and be like, oh, they're just hitting the balls. Try it.
With the way me and John play, oh man.
That's literally what I did. Like our first day of tennis practice at high school. When I went out there junior year, I had never played tennis before, but you guys like wanted me to.
Yeah.
And Patrick Snow
Yeah.
knew me from the soccer team, and he was like,
Full name drop.
"P.S. knew me from the soccer team," and he's not never watching this anymore.
No.
And he was like, John's here? Like, oh, hell yeah, come play with me, John. And the first like 4 times he served to me, I completely hit it off the court. And he was like, do you know how to, like, are you good? I was like, yeah, I'm good. Like, I got it. And I had to like really lock in.
Give
And
me
then I started hitting it back. But yeah.
Our tennis seasons, like our yearly tennis season, I call it tennis season because it's just us when we go out and play tennis when the weather starts getting nice again.
Yeah.
And we're like dog shit coming right off of like, you know,
Not
3
playing.
or 4 months of not playing. And then like the first game back, we're like warming up, like, oh yeah, we'll do fine. We'll start. And I go to serve and I hit it right over the fence. And I'm like, all right, well, I guess it's been a minute. It usually takes us, I want to say in the range of like 2 to 3 sessions of us playing before we're starting to like zone back in to
The
our
problem
like,
is you got to
muscle
do it
memory.
like, if we're doing it every 2 weeks or so, then yeah.
Yeah.
But if it's every month,
Yeah, then
like,
it's like
we're-
we're
It needs to be
equally bad.
consistent.
we're husks of our former self.
Maybe so fun.
Yeah, all that to say, I do think that she had a point about like golf. You
Golf.
just don't want to date golf guys. That's fine. I wouldn't want to date golf guys either.
trying to think if there's
I do
any-
kind of want to go golfing though.
Oh, that's you're on your own, buddy. I have no interest in golfing ever.
We go to what Drive Shack sometimes, just like hit
It's
balls.
fun to hit the ball. Yeah.
I miss all the time. Like it's so hard for me.
I can't do it. Yeah.
It's a fun time. I went with Jenny's family, and I did like completely miss the ball the first time, but then I got the hang of it, and yeah, and it is pretty fun to just hit it. But like when you're trying to be on a course, factor in the wind, the other people, and the aiming and stuff, not my thing. I like mini golf a lot, though. I will mess up some mini golf.
Give me some mini.
I'm the reigning mini golf champ. I'm just saying.
I think he's just saying that.
He's talking out his ass.
Yeah, I'm the best rivet in the front group, though, and that's fact. So,
You wear that trophy on everything. You have
Anyone
a
could claim that from you at any point.
best ribbon in the front group.
another ick that I called in on was when men use Siri.
I don't do that.
I use it sometimes, like if I'm trying to like skip a song that I have playing, or if I have a stupid question or something, I'll use.
I think
it
you just
occasionally.
triggered mine. I heard mine like
Really?
buzz here for a second. Yeah.
Mine's not sensitive enough. Hey Siri. Nothing.
Mine will sometimes trigger if I'm just like saying something similar.
Yeah.
And it'll just be like, huh? And I'll be like, I
Bob
wasn't
Swana.
talking to you.
Yeah.
And then it's her, here's that. And it's like, oh, okay.
So you guys never use Siri?
I've never like integrated that into my life. Like I never think
No.
I'll just like Google it on my phone. I
Yeah.
won't like go, hey Siri.
Yeah.
There's
yeah.
very like small certain situations I will use Siri when I have to like, let's say I'm driving.
Yeah, my
and
hands are occupied.
My hands are occupied and I have to make an appointment for something like right now or else I'm going to forget in the next 5 seconds. I'll be like, hey Siri, make this appointment for
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
And that way at least I'll remember it.
I'll do timers on it sometimes.
Timers make sense, but even then I have my hands free most of the time when I need a
okay,
timer,
yeah.
and I will just go into the timer app
Yeah.
and start one.
That's fine. Yeah, I've done it, and then I use it sometimes if we're out and we need to get food or something. I'll be like, what food is around me?
I go to
I've
Maps
not used
and
that one
search
before.
dinner.
Well, that's too many
I search
steps.
dinner. John's so caveman.
But
Phone,
like, I
bring
don't see
dinner.
how that would be an ick for someone though. Like, how
No.
is somebody talking to their phone that detrimental? Like,
I
Is
guess
it-
it depends on the person, but I could see someone like push up glasses. Hey Siri. What is the hypotenuse of this triangle?
if you're doing it every single second, then yeah,
It's seen as weak, a great weakness. If you're a real man, you'll unlock your own phone.
yeah,
and do it
you'll get
yourself.
the answers yourself.
let's see. Sneezing in a row. So like if you sneeze
Okay,
continuously,
like, how
that's
can you
dumb.
control that?
That's stupid. I sneeze consistently like 3 times in a row every time I
yeah.
sneeze.
Well, I guess it probably means like problem. I would have to assume it means like achoo, 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 achoo.
I'm getting so much anxiety from this day. I can't sneeze twice in a row.
Just allergies.
I can't use a straw.
Yeah, you better not talk to Siri.
Can't use Siri.
I almost want to like follow you on this date just to like make a checklist and like try to play bingo. All right,
Be
John.
like the ace attorney. Take
John-
that! You sneezed 4 times.
John somehow mentioned League of Legends in a sentence. All right, okay.
And then the last one that I have, using a debit card.
A debit?
Yeah, that's kind of fair.
Like using a
Wait.
debit card instead of a credit.
That's kind of fair.
What's wrong with using a
I
debit
always
card?
use a debit card. I don't use my
Oh.
credit card. At
You
all.
guys are 30-year-old men using debit cards?
Yep.
I mean, I always use my credit card, but I don't see anything wrong with using a debit either.
I got my credit card, used it the next day to buy a lawnmower, and this was 3 years ago, 2 years ago. I haven't used it since.
You gotta
just-
build credit.
yeah,
You
dude,
gotta-
I just forget that it's there. Like,
I'm using a credit card for everything. Anything I
yeah.
could possibly do, I'm using it.
There's also a better sense of security with a credit card because it has to go through an additional step before it hits your actual bank account.
you think it's security? Huh?
I think it's security
I
because
feel more
if
secure
somebody
using my actual money, credit
People-
is someone else's money.
like it can
Mind.
it can get out of hand if you're not on top of it, but if you're just paying down what you spend on it every month
Yeah.
and you're not
Yeah.
accruing debt, then
Right.
like
Well, that's part of the reason is I'm scared that I'm going to forget 1 month and not pay it down. And I know that's something you just have to do, but I'm just
you can schedule the payment too.
yeah, like you could just have it as like an auto pay,
But I'm getting like my airline miles on that. I'm getting like a whole bunch
Same.
of things.
yeah.
So those are all the ones that they called in on. I'm curious if you guys have any particularly weird ones. Like I said, my weird
about
one
the
is
shoes.
the shoes thing. Yeah, I don't. I have like I have the ick where I don't like Converse and it turns me off. But I also definitely have shoes where I'm like kind of turned on at the same time by them. So.
Specific
Not the shoes.
shoes just get me going.
I get me at a shoe store and I'm a disaster.
Bro, you better take those Pumas away from me. I'm about to go feral.
Not like just like I guess like women wearing the right kind of
Yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Do you guys have anything that's like a crazy red flag or something like that that's weird?
One that happened to me that
Like a woman had the problem with you?
like did it
Oh, they did it and
to me.
you didn't like it.
No.
Okay.
Was like being egregiously late.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Like if you're 30 minutes late,
yeah.
you don't want to be there. Like,
No.
why are you even coming?
I wouldn't even probably
like
do it
why
at
are
that
you
point.
even like
After
telling me to be there.
like 20, 25 minutes, I'm calling it. I would
Yeah.
say I would just leaving.
Yeah.
So
That kind of sucks.
that's fair. I don't think that's like too out of line, but I would like
Give me a heads up though.
Yeah.
Like
Like, let
if
me
you're gonna
know.
be late, let
Yeah,
me
no
know.
heads up.
Yeah,
Like,
if you're just gonna show up and be like, "Sorry, I'm late," I'm like,
Yeah.
you couldn't have the courtesy to let me know. Like that would be kind of bare minimum, at least maybe. You know, I agree on that. You got a handle there?
one of us.
My back started hurting.
Now I feel like I gotta put my. I noticed that because you were leaned in to talk to your mic and then having to talk to me and John like this because we
it
were
is a
like
bit-
leaned all the
it
way
is
back.
a bit annoying, but
So I leaned forward so you wouldn't have to do that, and now I can lean back again.
yeah, dude, my back feels so much better. I'm so old.
We should just do it like this from now on.
If we do this, I think we should hide the chords because this is just kind of weird. I was listening to Papa Roach's cover of that this morning, and
Why
I think
would Papa Roach cover
he did a
that?
phenomenal job.
Papa Roach and Shinedown are like the same band. Why do we need to cover each other?
I would think that was great.
Papa Roach.
Anyway, so yeah, what about you, JJ? Do you have any weird?
I'm thinking really hard on it, but to be honest, I don't know if I have a lot of what you would call like weird red flags. Like I think I have all the obvious ones. Like
To be honest, I met Nikki 11 years ago, and now we're married, and she doesn't have any red flags because she's the most beautiful, wonderful woman to exist.
Has it been 11
wow,
years?
how did he pull that like right out of my brain? Like that? Yeah, actually, we've known each other for at least a decade now.
Wow.
I think because we met in 2016.
I think I met in 2015.
Get out of their lives.
No,
dude.
wait. No, I think John's right. We met like in December of 2015, I think. And then we started dating into 2016. And then so we're officially at a decade now. And this year's our 5-year anniversary.
Wow.
Me and Jenny is 9 years this year.
2017 we
That
guys
must
met.
be,
You're right
actually.
there. You're
Summer
right.
of 2017, a faded summer.
What? Oh, for me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's right. It's July.
Wait,
July
John's just
2017.
so zoned in on all of our relationships. John, get
you
your own.
one.
Damn. Wait. Do we have a, yeah. all right.
I was talking to JJ and I was like, if I ever needed to write a resume to be in a relationship, my experience would be secondhand relationship. Like I've seen all my friends be successful in relationships.
Yeah.
So I can,
He's skimming off the top of like what he needs experience wise, and then keeping that for his like future relationship.
He's got the spirit. He can do it.
I don't know. I think there was like, not to say that I changed. Well, okay, I did change. I had to.
you switch up on the reg.
I had to adapt to a lot of like things that I felt like I thought were normal or felt like I needed to like be like keep. I think I mentioned this at one point, the whole timely thing. I kind of let go of that.
Yeah.
At one point, I used to be really sort of strict about like the be on time. You got to be on time. Like you have to be on time because it's super rude to anybody else who like you've arranged a time and a date with to like meet them at a certain thing. Now, albeit I still sort of try to align myself with, hey, I want to be there on time. But if I'm late, like it is what it is, right? Like I know Nikki does not take that very seriously most of the time. Sometimes she'll be like, oh, JJ, we gotta go. Like, we gotta go right now. And other times I'll be like, hey, don't we have to be there in like 15 minutes? And it's like a 20-minute drive. And she's like,
Yeah,
I need 5 more
up
minutes.
with that switch up, by the way, because my lady does the same shit, dude. It's like I'm used to her like taking up as long as she wants and being
Fellas.
late, but then, like sometimes it's just like we have to leave now.
they-
and I'm like, what are you on?
And it's like I've tried to gauge this because 10 years, you get enough data to like kind of gauge, and
I was
then
like, this is like a spreadsheet for me. It's like
I should hand John the laptop, and then you can start like writing all this down. But yeah, it'll be like random things where it's like it's a dinner, and then it's like, okay, we're gonna be like 20 minutes late, but like it's fine. We'll just tell them we ran into traffic or whatever. And then other times it's
Why?
like it's a completely different thing with also like some other people. And she's just like, we have to be there right now. We have to be right now. We have to go
She
right now. We
values
have to get there
those
5 minutes early.
people
We have to
more
get
than the other people.
there. Sometimes it really depends because the week after we'll go out to dinner with the same people. She'll be like, they can wait.
I don't know if I've told you guys about this, and this is apparently a quality of all Hispanic people. My lady is Hispanic. Yeah, we're generalizing here.
Nice.
Apparently, like airport visits. Like if you have to go to the airport either to leave or if you're picking someone up from the airport, you're there like 3 to 4 hours before that flight lands. Dude. Like they do not play about that. I don't. Jenny's mom was coming back from Honduras and her flight was supposed to land at like 9:15 or 9:30 or something. And Eric, who is Jenny's brother, and her dad texted her and were like, "We'll be there at 6:30 to pick you up." And she was like, "No." Like what? So, and then in that same vein, like let's say you have a member of the Hispanic family in this case, who has to have a surgery, but like it could be something like appendicitis and it's like a 15-minute surgery. They're there. They bring snacks. They pack lunches. They are ready. They got a tent. Like they're ready to go.
Camp out. Be ready to go.
It's kind of a cultural thing because like I'm not saying that I've recognized that. I'm saying that Jenny has told me this. So it's fine for me to say. But it's apparently a norm. And yeah, I mean, I like being early to places. I'm not going to be 4 hours early to places.
That's too early.
So,
that's too fucking early.
Which is the complete, like those two situations I gave you, complete dichotomy to like Jenny being like, okay, I'll be ready in 5 minutes and like 20 minutes
later.
Passed. Yeah. So
yeah,
I don't know.
In the past, that was for sure like something I would consider a red flag. And now I'm just like, whatever.
Yeah.
I found that part of me and where that in my brain where that annoys me and I cut it off and I was like, don't need it.
Yeah, I'm not going to go into detail because this is the internet, but there are certain things that I've just been like, all right.
You
just got to give up.
You got to give up. And I mean,
it's how you make a relationship work though.
Not to be like, John, this is what you have to do. All right. This is what you have to do for a happy relationship. But sometimes you just got to make concessions. Yeah. You just got to let.
And John is a stubborn piece of shit.
It's all about compromise, you know?
And she is going to compromise with me.
Sometimes it's not even you're gonna get on your knees. And you're gonna get down there. And you're gonna be like, all right, this is what I'm gonna do, and this is how it's gonna go because I love you, and I would rather continue to love you than to like get really annoyed by you for the next like 4 weeks while I like mull this over.
I just kind of sit there and be annoyed for like 3 minutes and then I'm over it. Like my personality is like, I'm very quick to get over things. So like I could get in a fight with you and then I'll be like 5 minutes later, I'll be like, that's dumb. All right, I'm over it. I still won't talk to you, but like I'm over it. And so it's yeah.
John, you're very organized, right?
Yeah, I'm going to be single forever based on the conversation.
You got to figure out how to let that go. I'm going to tell you this now. You got to figure it out. Unless you find a very type A girl.
Yeah.
Like you are going to have to.
I've had other girls complain to me about guys being messy. So they exist, but not any that any that I've lived with. I don't want to tout out any other ex-girlfriends, but like that I've spent. I haven't lived with that many, but I guess spent time with or like been in the household of. They've usually not been the cleanest individuals. So, there's certain concessions that you have to make. So
I think I'm very similar to you, where I will get annoyed by certain things, and I kind of like condense it as much as I can into a little ball, and I push that into like something like I just angrily clean the house or like angrily clean the dishes for like 20 minutes, and then I'm like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah,
that's it. Like going to the gym helps a lot too.
Yeah, gym is really good.
Going to the gym helps my work day for sure.
Dude, on days where I don't get to go to the gym, Nikki gets home and I'm so annoyed already. I'm just like,
why are you here?
When we don't go to the gym, there's days where like I'm working all day and then I get off and Colin's like, do you want to play League? And I'm like, sure. And I'm like yelling at Colin like for no reason.
I don't even recognize. That's just how he usually treats me, dude. I don't even recognize.
I'm like, I did not go to the gym today. That's not why.
I'm sorry. I didn't vent John out enough.
Yeah.
No, I didn't even know. That's just how John is. Like with me.
Yeah. So even on like days where like I'm busy during the day, I always like 99% of the time will try to make time in the evening to go to the gym, even if it's awful.
But you go without me, dude.
Because every time
someone sounds a little bitter.
Me and John have talked about this before at the gym too, where I'm like, hey man, like I couldn't make it to the gym yesterday, but I went like last night And then he'll be like, "Oh, you went without me." And I'm like, "If I invited you, would you have come?" He says, "No, no,
Not even a little bit.
wouldn't
No.
even,
No way I'm coming after 5 p.m.
not after 5 p.m."
I will say I did have a time in my life where I was able to go to the gym at like in that 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. range, and that's like peak time.
It
for
is
me.
peak time.
Like
It is really good.
get in your headspace and get stuff done. Nobody's fighting over machines. Like it's
I will say
I
my
like it.
sleep is not great after those nights. I tend to wake up like super groggy, but
yeah. Your body will be tired, and then initially you're kind of like if you finish your workout at like 1 a.m. and you go home, your body still has energy in it that you've been. Like,
I ain't sleeping until like 2 or 3.
Yeah,
So-
and then you go to sleep, and then you're like, oh, I got to get up at like 7:30 or something. It's not enough sleep. So
Yeah.
it's your body's out of it. So
It's a change in schedule too, because what I think we're so used to going to the gym at the same time at the same times of the week that like when we can't make it, it like throws so much off sometimes. Like
yeah.
I'm a little more adapted to being able to do it, and John does workouts at home, so like you keep your activity up when you can. But because like I prefer being in the gym rather than doing stuff at home, then it's like I try to make do with what I got. So, but yeah. What led into this? What we were talking about?
Women.
We were talking about the red flags at first, and then we somehow got over here.
Tell me all the red flags of your own significant others.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't, yeah, I think I've already discussed like my crazy red flags. I'm not like I'm actually really bad at recognizing stuff like that. I used to be the type of person, I probably still am, but I haven't had any experience with it, who is like, if someone is like, I'm interested in you, and like they're remotely attractive to me, I'm like, cool, deal, let's do it. Like I'm like full send, like go for the full relationship. Like I don't do
yeah.
like a couple dates and like just like
Yeah.
check, you know, is this person insane? Like no, I didn't
Right.
had a long period of time where I didn't do that, and then it would be like 2 or 3 weeks and I'd be like, ooh. Like, we need to not do that.
You were never in like a situationship of sorts ever?
Like friends with benefits or like a situationship?
Sort of like dating without the labels.
I think all of the girls that I can think of wanted the label.
Wanted the label.
What about all the guys?
Those are my true situationships to this day.
You got 2 right now. I only mention this because there's I'm talking about my past relationships, but there's not much to talk about there. There was only one in the middle when I was still in college before I met Nikki, and was kind of out of my previous high school relationship. And I was talking with this girl who I'd known for some time, and we had like met up because they were like coming in from out of town, and we were like friends before, so we were just like hanging out, but we would hang out like one-on-one in the way that like a guy and a girl who were like close friends would hang out. But then we were also both single, and I think there was some sort of attraction between us. So I kind of brought it up as like, hey, like,
You want to touch each other?
well, I didn't start it like that, but we got into the topic of like relationships, and I was like, would you be interested in like, doing dates together, like with the intention of like maybe moving towards a relationship? And she was like, yeah. So we were kind of like, quote, dating for like several, I would say like 4 to 5 months, maybe a little bit less than that. My memory's hazy. And we would like meet up for dates. She went with me when I got my first piercings. And
You freak.
and like we were close, and turning that like friendship into dating was really interesting and really hard, actually. Like it was hard to figure out like what lines do I push when
Yeah.
I know that we're on such friendly terms. But it's like, it's not like I had like a yellow light. I had a green light. Like, it was like go. But it's weird to be like all of a sudden going from like buddy to like,
You're putting your hands all over them. Yeah, it is
Yeah,
weird. It is
yeah.
a weird dynamic.
Tripping me up about what you said, JJ. You said lines to be pushed.
Yeah.
uh-huh.
But really,
Yeah.
it's like buttons to be pushed. Like you're not pushing lines.
Well, I think what I mean,
Playing football, you're pushing lines, I guess.
it's not buttons. It's like boundaries that you've set as friends.
Yeah.
That you are slowly trying to push
Yeah.
through because you're trying to be more than friends. And like, you know, I'm not going to get too into detail, but in the end, we ended up just going back to being friends because the whole
Too foreign.
It was too foreign. It was the wrong time.
Yeah.
I think if we were in a much different time in our lives, things could have been different.
Yeah.
But we were just in such different places and going in such different directions that it just didn't work.
It was a real Jim and Pam moment.
Wait, I haven't really finished the Jim and Pam.
You haven't seen The Office?
No, I
No
haven't-
spoilers.
I haven't like finished it. Do they split up at the end?
Yeah.
No.
No,
Oh, they don't?
they do.
Oh,
No,
that's so sad.
they don't.
They were so perfect for each other.
No, you gotta. There's. You gotta watch the whole thing, dude.
Oh, that's so sad. I'm sad. For
No. They don't split up. They don't. Split up.
Oh, okay. I'm fine now.
No, they do.
They do.
Oh.
You'll never know. That did kind of lead into another question for me, and a little bit juicier one, I guess.
Juicy.
Do you guys have exes that you wish like the best for, and do you have exes that you like actively? I don't want to say hate, but like, are you have any exes
Your
that are
downfall
just like,
is my
like, I
success.
don't want good things to happen for you.
I want you to eat dirt.
Like I would say a couple exes that I'm like genuinely like, I really genuinely hope they're happy and they're doing well. And then I have other exes where I'm like, I don't ever want to even think about this again. Like,
It's tough because it's hard to put it in a box when I've only had so many.
yeah. That's
But
fair.
I've had a lot of quote like romantic interests as well.
Yeah.
That never turned into full relationships. And like I think some of them I would consider like slightly less like positive in that way. And I don't wish any of them unwell.
Yeah.
Like I think, you know, it was college. Like we all kind of just do what we think is right at the time or just kind of go off of impulses. A lot of hormones.
Yeah,
going
which is
on.
never correct.
No,
by
never
you.
correct.
Learning experience.
But I mean, a lot of times it's kind of like, hope you're doing all right. But
Yeah.
for the most part, like that's your business. Like
Yeah.
I'm not actively catching up with you to be like,
Right. No, and I'm not saying like it's anyone you're actively catching up with, but like, are there, I guess, standouts who you're kind of like, I really hope that things go well for this person.
yeah.
Or I really hope that this person is hit by a bus. You know? Like, is there a polar end to either of these?
Me and Harry,
Yeah. ECU had it out for Harry that time.
Harry, our friend, got hit by a bus. For anybody who
Fun
didn't
fact.
know that.
He's fine. He's
Oh, yeah,
okay.
he's
It's
100%
no
fine.
issue.
The bus was just freshly painted.
Yeah.
The school actually blamed Harry and won on that. So,
Somehow. Just stupid.
So, John, what about you?
There's one that I wish bad things
Yeah,
to
yeah.
fall upon.
That's fair.
Just
That's
one.
fair.
Yeah.
And we don't have to delve into any of that, but I was just curious at how you get, because I haven't really explored that with other people too much. Like, hey, who do you hate? You know?
Do you have any arch nemesises out there? I like to think that I don't. I think I have a good record of turning enemies to friends, friends to lovers, lovers back to enemies.
Yeah, just anybody who walks through your life, you're like, I'm gonna fuck them. It's gonna happen.
I'll tell this one story. When I was in middle school,
The best time for
the
lovers.
best time.
Yes.
There was this kid on my school bus named Alex.
Alex
I don't remember
Trebek?
Last name?
I don't remember his last name. I think it
Trebek?
started with an H. It was like very German-esque. But he was like a tall, scrawny white kid who was just kind of like your stereotypical middle school clown / bully. And he hated my guts. Hated me for
What did
some
you do?
reason. Nothing. I simply existed in his vicinity, and he would like I'm trying to get like the specific details of like what he did to me, but it's all kind of hazy because this is middle school.
Yeah.
It's so long ago. But he would do the stereotypical like pushing me in the lockers and
Oh,
like
really?
calling me names
Wow.
and like, taking stuff out of my school bag and like throwing it across the room, like typical bully shenanigans. And I was like, I don't know why you hate me so much, but I'm just gonna like figure out like how to turn this around. So we, for some reason, always ended up sitting at the same table at lunch. He would like sit like across from me and like you know, he would like make fun of like, oh, what do you
It
bring
sounds
in-
like he had a thing for you.
Yeah, I think he liked you. I think he liked
To be
you,
honest.
dude.
and he would like nag on me for like what I would bring to like school for lunch, because I like would one day my mom would pack me lunch and it would be like something Asian-esque,
Yeah.
you know,
How
and he would
dare
be
you.
like, oh, why does it smell like that? Like the stereo, like every Asian kid
does
is
it smell
probably
like that?
experiences this at some point in their life, in their school lives here. But I had that experience, and I eventually somehow managed to, either through means of like going along with his jokes or maybe pandering to his kind of like macho personality, I ended up turning it around, and he became like one of my good friends by the end of middle school. Like started by bullying me, ended like we were like buddy. He signed my yearbook and everything, and like, you know, oh, what school are you going to? Like, do you think we're gonna go to the same school? Like, oh, like
I think you want to be more than friends.
He wanted to sleep with you for sure.
middle schoolers.
Yeah.
And you know, I tend not to make a lot of enemies if I can, and I tend to try to, like, if there are people that dislike me, I try to figure out why, and then try to like figure out how I can turn that around if I can.
I'm like, oh, you don't like me? Well, fuck you too, man. Like, I'm not. I don't think I'm like. I am. I will say I'm the type of person who I want everyone around me to love me all the time. But if you outwardly just don't like me for no reason, then
Yeah.
I don't like you either for no reason. I don't try and fix it. I don't think.
Maybe it's like I don't know, like a curiosity in me of like, I've never given anybody a reason to dislike me. So
Yeah.
why would
No,
you?
yeah,
and then
definitely.
if you do have a reason, like, what is it? Like, I'm kind of,
Yeah.
I want to know, you know?
For me, it's like one less person I got to talk to. Great.
Yeah, I would figure. The throwing at a locker thing's just crazy. I haven't had like people try to bully me.
Oh,
physically
really?
too
You've never,
much.
you've
No,
never had like the bully.
There was
like,
one time in like freshman year at Southeast where somebody pushed me. We were walking out, school was over, and they pushed me like to the side of the wall, and they were like, "Move, white boy." You know,
Yeah, oh,
the
yeah.
classic.
Yeah.
So we were leaving, and it was a double door thing, and there's a pole right in the middle for the double doors.
Yeah.
And I just pushed him in between into the pole as hard as I could, and I just kept walking. And I never heard anything, never saw him or nothing. So I was
Probably because he was
Alright.
passed the fuck out. Just you threw him head first
I
into
never
a
had
metal
any. And that was the only time anyone had ever tried to get physical with me. So I haven't
Yeah.
had issues.
pole. Had random physical like altercations throughout school, from what I remember, and like all of them ended up becoming like my friend Colin.
Oh.
Not you, Colin.
Yeah,
Other
yeah,
Colin
yeah.
used to bully me back in high school.
What the? I'm gonna bully him the next time I see him.
Or not in high school, middle school, because we went to the same middle school. We would
Unbelievable.
ride the same school bus too, and like he would like mess with me all the time. But like we ended up becoming like really close friends too.
I think you have a kink, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know,
Making
man.
friends with all the people that are bullying you.
Because I
He
was
sees it as like a Stardew Valley quest.
he
Like,
does.
I need hearts with this person to make it better.
I think I've always managed to make like good with people around me, and that always ended up being all right. And then if there were people that intentionally kept coming back to me, whether it was good or bad, it always eventually turned into an okay relationship, or at least I tried to make it into an okay relationship. So I've never intentionally tried to be like, hey, let's be arch nemesis and hate each other for the rest of our lives.
I don't know that I've had people like that either. I've had people just like dislike me because of like the role I've been in, like, you know, in security or law enforcement,
where
or
there's
something like that.
There's
Yeah.
kind of an intention of conflict there, anyways.
And like, I get it on one hand, but on the other hand, like, I'm me. I'm so great. Like, so yeah, I've had kind of issues with that, but I mean, I don't know if people just pitied me in middle school, especially because I was the hospital kid. You know,
that's
I was in and
right.
out for hospital all the
Yeah.
time. So like, people just didn't bother me. I
they were like, oh, I can't bully him.
No, and like I came into middle school, I think it was, I came into middle school after being hospitalized, and they had me on a bunch of steroids. So I came into middle school looking like a blown up water balloon. Like I was huge.
Oh, yeah.
And then I left for a few months, and I came back, and I was like Skeletor, like because I was back to how I usually was. So kids were probably like, I don't know what the fuck that guy's got going on, but I'm not dealing with him.
I don't.
so.
He's got the cheese touch. I don't want it.
And I was also like a class clown kind of guy. I don't think you said class clown and bully before. I don't think I was a bully, but I wouldn't know.
That's the thing. Sometimes bullies don't even know that. they're
Yeah.
bullies.
I bullied a girl in 3rd grade.
girl.
Okay, John knows.
Whoa.
And then my teacher told me I was a bully, and then I never bullied anyone again.
Oh my god.
I don't. I don't think I bullied, but I don't know. I would have to get other people's perspectives for that. I guess but,
That is the weird thing about like
I wasn't physically bullying
yeah.
in 3rd grade. That's
You weren't punching down on this girl in 3rd
but
grade.
this girl liked Brad's TV show or something,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
was just like making fun of her.
Oh,
like, right
deserved.
to her face.
That is bully behavior.
Yeah, that's true.
Because there is a fine line. Kids don't really know whether or not it's like joking or mean,
Yeah.
right? And it's like where. How
And
do
then I
you-
learned. Then I was like, okay, you know what?
maybe
and
I
then-
should stop doing that.
Kids are so mean, dude. Kids are so mean. The things they'll say to you, and they won't even recognize. You know,
Yeah.
When I was in middle school, in particular, I stopped this towards the end of middle school because I was a boisterous actor boy at the end of my elementary school
Boisterous.
into middle school. So I tried to be the class clown for all middle school, and I think I ended up being like the one that people actually liked. But that one of my teachers, he had a rule where like you can't speak out of turn in class unless you're making a joke and it has to be funny. Like people have to laugh at your joke. Otherwise you'll get...
Your stand up needs to be
Punished.
worth the interruption.
And usually, which I wish back then I just sit down and shut up, but I, at the time, boisterous young guy. So I would make jokes and it would usually make people laugh, but I have a distinct memory where one time I said something and nobody laughed. And you remember, I don't want to name drop, but Taylor B from our high school for the first
Yes.
few years,
Yep.
he went to my middle school and he said, quick, everybody laugh so Colin doesn't get in trouble. And people did. And I was embarrassed, but I was also like, he's such a real one. Such a real one.
I owe you that one, big guy.
So,
Taylor
yeah,
B.
I remember, I think because it was so embarrassing at the time. And then once I hit like end of middle school, early high school, I was like, I'm just going to shut up. Dude. I'm just going to stop talking. And that was how I was in high school until you get to know me. And then I don't shut up. I'm a yapper for sure.
Yeah,
but-
definitely.
Yeah, we
but-
know. We know.
But
Oof.
before, will you shut? No. It's 100% true. So I think now if you meet me in public, I'm actually kind of starting to adopt more of the social dad style personality
Oh,
where
man.
like you can start to talk to anybody about just about anything and you just don't
It really it depends for me. Sometimes on the level of how drunk I am too. I was told that I was pretty drunk. I went to dinner last night with some people that were also at the wedding that I was at, a different wedding than you guys the weekend before. And there was an after party and I went for a little bit and then went home. I was then told that I was quite drunk at this after party. And my friend that got married, Sam, we all know.
we love him.
I took the liberty to print out a bunch of photo cards of him in the various like faces and stuff that I've taken of us like as a friend group
Yeah.
over like the past several years.
Yeah.
And I printed all of these photos out and I gave them out as like wedding favors for like people. I did this whole thing and I gave out all these photo cards of his face because
That's great.
Sam has a photo card of me as an elementary school kid in his wallet that he shows to people and tells them that I'm his son.
Your son. Yeah.
So I said, okay, I'm going to give your photo to as many people here as I can. So I did that. We went to the after. It's at this bar in downtown. And I was like, hey, I still have like 20 more of these photos in my pocket. So I started going to random people at the bar and was like, hey, my name's JJ. My friend Sam just got married today. Here's a photo card of him.
This is him. He's married now.
And I just started kicking it off with people at the bar randomly. And like, I remember parts of this. I don't remember why I thought this was a good idea. I just remember thinking in my head, man, this will be really funny. And before I knew it, I was walking up to people. When I left the bar, I ran out of photos. I didn't have any left.
Well, did the people take it because a drunk guy came up to them and shoved it in front of them, or was it like you ended up really getting along with these people and having a full conversation?
Yeah. I was told that I was chatting it up with just like, there was like a group of like 2 girls, 2 guys at the bar that I went up to first. And like one of the people from my, like the wedding party came up to me and like, JJ, are you bothering these people? And they're like, nah, we're friends with JJ now. And I was like, yeah.
I will say that JJ has that about him.
Yeah.
He's extremely social and easy to get along with. So
More
which is
so
why
when I'm drunk.
Well, yeah, definitely when you're drunk. But like in general, I think it's something that I've learned to do in recent years is to go up to people and strike up a conversation and actually end up having a good conversation. But I didn't used to be like that at all. I used to be just like, quiet, leave me alone. But I think you have that very strong personality where people are just going to like you naturally.
I think I just have a strong like viewpoint of like people are people, and you know, everyone is going to have this like notion of like, oh, I don't know this guy, like he probably doesn't want to talk to me, like blah blah blah. And then I think of like, you know, everyone's just living, you know, just trying to do their own thing, and I don't think there's anything wrong with just going up to people and like saying hi and like starting a conversation, because some people might want to, you know, actually like have something to say and it's interesting and it's funny, you start a connection that you didn't think would take you somewhere. And then other times, if it's like not great and they're like, nah, I don't want to talk to you, that's it. You just walk away from that.
And like at bars, people are usually more social. Like you're at a bar to be social.
Yeah. Well, you went to a bar.
Yeah.
So it's like,
but like also like I've had a couple people like start to talk to me and just be like, we should be friends. And I'm like, okay. And then they're like they'll get my number and they'll like text me and like want to hang out. And I'm like, I don't have time for this, dude.
Did you the guy that you met at
exactly the one? Yeah. He texted me a couple times and I was just giving
Okay. We need to preface this with the actual story, which is we all met up at Beer Garden one night.
Yeah.
All right.
And I was like late or maybe I wasn't. No, I think I was late, but I don't remember why. I think I had a reason.
You were running late.
And so, all right. Well, all right then.
I know, because we were all there waiting for you.
No, you guys were all there before me.
We were all drinking beforehand, going around Raleigh.
I think you guys, Harry called me or something, and you guys were like, "Hey, come out with us." And I was like, "Okay." So, anyways, I'm walking to Beer Garden, and I'm waiting across the street, and a dude comes up to me. I don't even remember what he says, but he just like, hey man, blah, 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 can you believe this traffic or something like that? And I'm like, ha! And I just like continue doing my thing. And like he started talking to me again. He's like, where are you headed? And I'm like, oh, I'm going to Beer Garden to meet up with some of my friends. He's like, oh, cool. He said, I'm new to the area. I might just follow you. And I was like, I'm not, I mean, what am I going to say? No. Like, yeah, okay. And so I'm like, yeah, you can. I mean, my friends are nerdy, but like you could come hang with us. And so he does, and he hangs with us and we get drinks. He buys me a drink. I buy him a drink. He hangs out. You guys are all sitting there. I slip in with this guy. I'm like, who are you? And like, we just like introduce him and he hangs out and he talks with us and
I don't remember his name. Do you remember his name?
No.
Okay.
And I don't want to guess.
I mean, he was
for me that night. That was like the last straw because I had already been out drinking with them for like 4 or 5 hours, and so then we go to Beer Garden and the music is way too loud.
Yeah.
I can't hear anything, and then this new guy just comes in, and I'm like trying to hear him talk.
You're trying to establish a friendship with him. He is kind of loud. I think he has a similar personality to Harry, and they hit it off pretty well. But he lived like an hour away or something. He texted me a couple times like, hey, what are you getting up to this weekend? And I was like, staying the fuck home. And nothing. Like, hey, we just didn't talk after that. So nothing against him. Like, we got along fine. And that's what downtown's for. I can't be upset at all. Like, you're supposed to be able to meet people and stuff. And we did. And we had a good time. We stayed out there for, a few hours. I think everybody else went because you guys had been already drinking. So
we had to go home.
It's just like people. I don't know, man. Like my life is just like, stop trying to be friends with people. Leave me alone.
You be friends with me. I don't mind.
Yeah, I don't have time for you guys. I have my priority friends since high school. That's all I got. So
I think it's just like, for me, I just view it as like an opportunity to like have someone as additional, like, I don't know how to describe it. Not that I want to use these people, all right? That's not what I mean by
Too late.
that. But if they have something interesting or some sort of like thing that they're pursuing, or like something that I'm like, oh man, that's like really interesting. Like, I hope you get there. And then maybe one day they get famous and I'd be like, hey, you remember me?
Yep. You're trying to leech.
Everyone's just a Stardew Valley quest for you, dude. If I get 8 hearts with person, they give me their secret recipe for a cookie.
Me and John went to a concert John, do you remember this?
Have you ever been?
We've been to a few concerts.
We went to a few concerts. It's a very similar story, but we went to a concert. I think
it was
Two Door Cinema Club.
Yep.
We went to Two Door Cinema Club. It was, I think, raining outside.
Was it an outdoor concert?
It was, Red Hat Amphitheater.
It wasn't raining that day.
Was it not? It was a different one.
Overcast, 67 degrees.
I remember I went to a concert that was raining at one point, but I think the one that you and me went to was a different one.
It was fine outside, and we were just talking between us.
Yeah.
Like out loud, everybody could hear us, but we were just talking about life and stuff.
John, you tell this actually, because I don't.
No, you tell it.
No, you tell.
You brought it up.
Okay.
It's on you.
We're sitting there talking. We're sitting in the row, and me and John are just like back and forth. And this guy behind us,
In front of us.
This is why I'm like,
John, you
should
tell
the
the
story.
I'll correct the small details.
This guy in front of us just chimes in. He's like, "Oh, I was talking about like Nikki or something about like how like she was like having to deal with something at work, blah blah blah." And he's like, "Oh man, that sounds real tough for Nikki." And I turned to look at him. I was like, "Do you know Nikki?" And he looked back and he's like, "No."
Immediately, homeboy.
have
He
no
had just
idea.
been eavesdropping on us for like the last 30 minutes. And he was invested in our lives.
John saying this is what he told us verbatim. Like he said, "Oh yeah, I've just been eavesdropping on you guys for the last couple of minutes, and I'm just really invested now." And then he like introduces himself. We shake our hands, and then we just start talking. Like we were just hitting it off.
Do you continue the conversation from before that he was eavesdropping on, or no?
Sort of, but like we kind of transitioned into more like, "Oh, like what do you do?" Like you know, like,
get to know the person.
yeah. So I mean, turns out he's like into finance.
Finance bro.
He shows us. John, do you remember he showed us his like portfolio?
Yeah, I had him covered, but it was impressive.
It was impressive. It was pretty.
He's a hedge fund guy.
Yeah. Well, he had funds of something. He also was into crypto. Yeah. And he was talking about that a lot. And we got into like poker and like, we were at one point talking about how we should go like play at a poker table like at some point.
Yeah, because we got tons of those around here, dude. Yeah.
He's like, "Oh no, there's like a gambling den like an hour out from Raleigh, we could go like one day."
A gambling den.
I don't know what else to call
It's
it.
literally a cave.
He was like, "Yeah, we can go play poker sometime. Like, let me know." I was like, "Yeah." We got his number. Never texted.
Yeah, no.
We
We tried to text him for a game night or something. But
right, and he was busy, so I was like, "Oh, okay." And
we similar to that. We had a stint with, I think it was with Harry's group, and I don't remember if you came to them, JJ, or not, but John definitely did. Where we had trivia nights that we would go to like once a week.
That was fun.
I did not come to
it
those.
was like a totally different group of people too. Like it was like Harry, Lindsay, me, you, and then just like I guess a bunch of Harry's friends. And so there was a guy.
I think it was more so Lindsay's friends.
Maybe it was Lindsay's friend. There was a guy who we met, who we got along with pretty good. He drove like a truck or something, and he came out a few times. And then we got his number and talked to him about game nights. I've never texted this man once in my life.
I don't even remember him. So
no, you would know him if I look up his name on my phone. You would know him, but. I have had this thing in my head since you talked about printing, so I want to touch on this real quick. Yeah, because I can't remember if you've heard this story. This happened at the lake that John and I were. He might have already told you.
Oh,
You did, or you didn't?
Go ahead.
Okay, so there was a guy there. I'm not going to name any names, but he was as drunk as Harry the whole weekend. He was a great time.
I'm glad for Harry on that.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorite people.
He's great. I love him coming out of that weekend, and it's so funny. And when he was drunk one night, I wasn't actually out there, but John was. And I got told about this the next morning, not necessarily just from John, I think from a couple other people. They were all out at the fire pit. And I guess the conversation came to a lull and like it's quiet for a minute. And then he was just like, my mom caught me printing out porn once. I got this story. I was like, how do you just drop that? And I was like, I have several questions, right? Like, why are you printing porn? And so I guess it's like his mom walks in on him and he has a computer on and the printer's going and he just like turns the monitor off or whatever, but the printer just and just like
one titty pops out.
I can only imagine
another titty pops out.
He's sitting in the chair and his mom's sitting in the door where they're both just looking at the printer slowly, like a nude photo gets printed out or something. I'm like, I would have rather she just caught me watching porn, dude. Like at that point. There was another thing he said. I don't remember what it was, but there was another thing he said that same night that you guys told me about that I found equally as funny.
We shouldn't even talk about the porn thing here, and I can't repeat that other one here either.
Okay. I don't remember, but that one was so funny. That was so funny to me. So.
God.
Yeah, drunk people are a good time is the whole story there. So.
It's just funny to like be at a time where you had to print out porn because
I don't even
he just
think
wasn't.
He's not like dramatically older than us or anything either. Like I feel like he was just doing it.
He needed it for a scrapbook.
Yeah, I don't.
I guess when you're a kid, right, and like you're figuring things out on the internet, and you just start pressing buttons, and you're like Control P, Enter.
It's like the TikToks of like someone puts their phone down and like they drip water on it.
Oh, and it starts like doing stuff.
and it texts the whole B movie script to their crush or something.
I have seen that one. That's good stuff.
You should do that, John.
No, that's funny stuff. I don't want to segue this into that actually. I should be like, so you guys ever been caught before? But I'm not going to do that. We don't have to go into
Time
that.
check.
Look at that. We're at an hour and 4 minutes.
We'll talk about that
in.
next time.
A perfect place. We should save all of the juiciest.
We have to
stories.
have a sex and porn episode. It has to happen.
That's the finale.
That's yeah, and we'll have Tom Selleck on for it.
Let's end all our careers.
There's nothing
Put that on
wrong with
YouTube.
Tom. I think it's like the least taboo it's ever been, right? To
It
talk
is.
about that kind
It's
of
100%.
stuff. Like
yeah,
it's super normal.
People are way more normal talking about their like sex lives now.
Yeah, versus what it used to be.
I mean, have you watched Sex and the City? Like, come on.
I have not.
Great.
You got to get on that. Have you
Great
watched
stuff.
Felicity?
No.
Phenomenal show, dude. Great
Oh.
pull, Felicity.
We got to
So,
put John on some of this.
put John on these fantastic rom-coms.
You guys can catch up what we put John on the next episode of Net Negative. If you liked what you watched or saw or heard today, you can follow us on our socials. We have many, including Spotify, Instagram, TikTok. I almost said Twitch.
We don't have a Twitch.
We could start streaming on Twitch.
Oh God!
Stream our bizarre runs.
Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and
Twitter.
Twitter. Did I say Twitter?
TikTok.
Twitter.
TikTok, Twitter, Instagram.
who's
Spotify,
managing Twitter
YouTube.
right
Did you even
now?
say YouTube?
I did say YouTube. I said YouTube first.
John's supposed to be managing the Twitter. It's been barren.
I've never claimed to manage a Twitter.
That was
You're managing
100%
Twitter.
your role.
Nah,
John's the Twitter guy.
When we just were describing who was going to do what, you were like, okay, I'll make the Twitter and do the Twitter.
the window thing came down.
Well, it's bright now. Surprise, it's not nighttime here.
All right. Well, follow us, like us, subscribe us, whatever.
You
Who cares?
said earlier, you were like, if you like what you heard, then do this. If you don't like what you heard, that's fine. This is a
Still
tough
do
episode.
it, actually.
You don't have to. I'm not worried.
For our ego.
All right. We'll see you guys in the next episode.
Adios.
Bye bye.